here's a question which looks pretty scary, but you can use the fact that you've worked that it's a two-part question, and quite often in a two-part questions where you've got an A part and a B part, the B part uses your answer from the A part. Okay, we want to work out 0.7 recurring as a fraction. 0.7 recurring looks like that. It's 0.777 dot 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 dot. We call that x. It's repeating every digit, so we can just multiply by 10 and we'll generate a number which is identical after the decimal point, and that's 10x. And then here's the cunning bit. If we do 10x minus x, we get 9x. And if we do 7 followed by an infinite number of 7s minus 0 point, an infinite number of 7s, the bits after the decimal point cancel, and we're left with 7. So if 7 is 9x, then x is going to be 7 divided by 9, and it's 7 ninths. It then says 0.0y dot is a recurring decimal, where y is a whole number between 1 and 9 inclusive. Write recurring decimal 0.0y dot as a fraction. Well, we know that 0.y dot by itself, so 0.77777 gives us 7 ninths. 0.33333 would give us 3 ninths, which cancelled out obviously. 0.yy will become y ninths. And how do you get from 0.yy to 0.0yy? What have you done to that fraction? You divided it by 10, so this is going to go to y over 90. Then it says 0.1y is also a recurring decimal. Use your answer to part 1 otherwise. Convert the recurring decimal 0.1y or a fraction. Well, what's the difference between 0.0yy, which we know is y over 90, and 0.1y? What have you done to get from one to the other? Well, you've just added 1/10. There's a 1 in the tens column. So this is going to be y over 90 plus 1/10. And if you're adding, I'm sorry, that's really hard to read, isn't it? Let's see if I can write that out neatly. I'll do my best. Y over 90 plus 1/10. There we go. Now, how are you going to add y over 90 and 1/10? Well, you need to, whenever you add fractions, they need to be over the same denominator. So what's the smallest number that 90 and 10 go into? It's 90. So that leaves us with y over 90 plus something else over 90. What have we done to 10 to get to 90? We multiplied by 9, so it's going to be 9. So y over 90 plus 9 over 90 can be written as y plus 9 all over 90. Not a simple question.